there, Dominic Shields, just even people I played with and against, Dana Evans, my class, just seeing people out there like that, just playing and living out their dream just makes me excited to get there next year.
How have you seen Dorker kind of get adjusted? You were a transfer runner, she's a transfer now. How have you seen her attack that process?
Yeah, we kind of say that often, we have that transfer connection. But no, she's been great, and I think that she comes in, she gives us just another person who's older, more experienced, and she's smart, and she wants to learn, she wants to get better, and I think that's the biggest thing here. When you come here, it's totally different from everywhere else, and we've talked about that. I was like, hey, when I came from Tennessee, it was just totally different. She was like, yeah, I know why, so it's cool to have someone to relate to in that aspect, but I'm really excited for her. She's going to be a great piece for us.
How did you end up playing in that Portland Pro-Am League?
So I had grew up playing against and with boys pretty much all the way up until I left high school. So I kind of just knew the people who were running it. I knew people who were playing in it. They're like, come be on my team. I had 3 different teams ask me, come play with us. So I kind of picked, my little home team that I grew up playing against. So play with them, just playing against, pro players, all pro men, people who were in college as well. So it was a super cool experience, something that I'll remember forever.
What's the biggest difference playing with guys compared to playing with other women?
I think when playing with women we know the game more. Guys kind of just out there and kind of just try to, break your man down, play one-on-one, look real smooth. But just here, and I think Coach, talks about that as well. We play the game of basketball, really play the game. So when I'm making passes out there, oh my gosh, how do you see that? Because I'm playing the game. I'm not playing to, just play one-on-one. So just different things like that.
Did you play with anyone notable, on your team?
On my team, I played with Andrew Andrews. I played against Mike James. But I'm cool with all those guys. Nasir Little was on one of the teams. A couple other Blazer players. A couple other people who played overseas in Mexico, stuff like that. Dominique Waters was on my team. So it was phenomenal, to say the least.
Is there anything you really took from that experience?
I kind of just proved to myself that I can play in with and against anyone. And I knew that growing up, but it's also good to have a reminder and to feel that, in itself. So it was amazing.
Do you feel like your teammates learned from you at all?
What was that?
Do you feel like your teammates learned from you at all?
I think so. I think they also learn from my mistakes. If I do something wrong, I'm gonna get yelled at, because I'm the older guy. I'm gonna take all the blame, that's fine with me. So they kind of just, okay, he's getting yelled at for this. I'm gonna not do that. I'm about to tell them hey, just don't do what I just did. I'm trying to help you. So just kind of talk to him, constantly talking to him throughout that. And even if I make mistakes off the court, hey, but I feel like that's why they come and hey, I need your advice on this, because most likely I've already been through it or been through something similar. So I think they feel really comfortable to come and talk to me about anything.
And how have you embraced that role as you step into the scene?
I love that role. I like the role of being the mom of the team, or just making sure everyone's taken care of, or making sure everyone just knows where they're going to class or whatever it may be. And it just, like I said before, it gives me a sense of, it just shows me that it's like a figure of love to me, that they depend on me. They know that they can ask me anything, tell me anything, call me about anything if they need something. It's just their way of showing me that they care and they love me, and I appreciate that.
How have you seen the freshmen really adjust to the UConn way since they've been here on campus? How have you seen them sort of grow into what you need from them?
They're some pretty quick learners. I will say that they've adjusted well to our style of play, and I think they're really eager just to get out there and kind of just know our system, learn our system. They've been talking, they hate messing up. And it's hey, you just got here a couple weeks ago. It's okay. You're gonna mess our plays up. It's okay. We understand that you don't know. But that just shows us that they care. So we're totally fine with that. But they're super competitive. And that's exactly what we want from the younger groups coming in.
Evina, you have a lot of depth potentially on this team. That's a good problem to have.
Yes.
How's that how are people gonna handle maybe a few less minutes with the depth that you have?
I mean, Coach is gonna figure all that out. So all that's kind of just up to him. So we trust him with whoever that he puts out there at whatever time. So kind of just do our thing, put in the time, put in the work, and he does the rest.
How are your knees doing?
Fantastic.
No issues?
No issues.
That's the best
Fantastic.
news.
It's the best feeling.
How have you seen Kristen? And she's talked about wanting to go out there and kick ass this year.
Yeah.
And I know she wanted to build off of the end of the season last year, but have you seen her kind of build off of that so far?
She's definitely been putting in time, especially over the summer. Just getting her mind right for one. I think that was like the biggest thing for her throughout the year last year. Just kind of like had a couple up and downs for her, but hers just more mentally, you know. But her for getting back, especially her going home. She loves being home, loves being around her family, loves being around the right people, especially us, and just being around the team more, I think, has really helped her. But she's definitely going to take her game to another level.
Are you looking forward to playing in front of a crowd again?
Absolutely. I was really getting tired of the crowd stimulation noise that we had, but you know, with COVID, we had to make do with what we had. We kind of just had to spark our own energy from the bench and with each other. But definitely going to be super excited for the crowd just to give us energy, even when we go to away games and, you know, having people boo against us and having them feel like the world is against us. But that's just another aspect of being at UConn. So I'm excited for us to experience that again, and excited for the new guys to experience that for the first
Do you
time.
think you appreciate it a little more now, the energy you get from
Absolutely,
the crowd?
absolutely. As soon as I see my first person walk in, I'm going to be super excited. So it's going to be really fun this year.
How weird was it with that manufactured noise and an empty arena?
It was weird. Now I don't think we all liked it. Coach had told them to turn it off one time. He was tired of hearing it. So if he's tired of hearing it, you can know we're tired of hearing it. So, but like I said, we kind of just had to go with the flow. You know, COVID was just a lot of ups and downs. We didn't even know if we were playing. So the crowd noise was just kind of, you know, 1 out of the 10 problems that was going on.
Do you sense among the student population here that everybody's excited to get back again?
Absolutely. I know when we went to one of the first volleyball games, there was a whole bunch of people, but I think people just wanted to get out, just be in like that college-like environment again, you know, just the excitement and the smell of the popcorn, you know, everything that goes into that, just going to the games. And we go to softball games, we go to soccer games now just to like show support to other teams for one, but just also kind of just getting back into that atmosphere. So I know when we start having games, the men start having games, it's going to be totally different.